Hi everyone, welcome to another Yarn Scrap Friday with me, Laura, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute little rainbow shooting star. So we've got an array of colours to play with today. So for this tutorial I've chosen 6 different colours for the rainbow and just a plain white for the star. And so I've got a red, an orange, a yellow, a green, blue and a purple and a white. And this is a sport baby weight yarn, so that's a yarn weight of about 2, but you can use any yarn that you like obviously. But with that I'm using a 3mm crochet hook, and you're also going to need a yarn tapestry needle as well, and of course a pair of scissors as well. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to start off with our star colour first, and I've just chosen a white just to really make the rainbow colours stand out. And we're going to start off with a slip knot, and we're going to do a chain 4 loop. You can also do a magic circle, magic ring if you prefer. I'm just going to do a chain 4 loop because it's easier for beginners. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put our hook into our first chain, bring the yarn through the first chain and straight through the loop on your hook, and you've got a little loop of chains. And into there we are going to work 10 double crochet. So this pattern's in US terminology, so in UK terms that's a treble. So we're going to yarn over, go into the center of our 4 chain loop and bring the yarn through, then just wrapping it around the chains we do a double crochet, pull through 2, pull through 2. We want 10 of those, so that's 1, 2, 3, and the last one, 10. So 10 double crochet, and you might, if you've carried your yarn, you might be able to just bring in the center hole. And then we're just going to slip stitch into our first double crochet, which is kind of hard to see with white yarn. It's always a mistake to do a tutorial in white yarn. But we're just going to slip stitch into our top of our first double crochet. Okay, to join the round. Then what we're going to do is create the points of our star. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then into our second chain from our hook. So we don't count the loop on our hook. There's our first chain, there's our second. Into there we're going to do a single crochet, or in UK terms a double crochet. Then we're going to do a half double crochet in the next chain, half double crochet or a half treble in UK terms, and then we're going to finish up with a double crochet or a treble in UK terms. Okay, so a single crochet, half double and a double. Then what we want to do is we want to skip the the double crochet we just slip stitched into at the end of this round and find the next double crochet and slip stitch into there. Okay, and that's the first point of our star done. Oh, we actually want to make sure that when we slip stitch into the front loop only. So that's me forgetting my pattern, so undo that. So skip the double crochet under the chains. The next double crochet, instead of going under both loops, we just go under that front loop. We want to keep that back loop free for our rainbow. So we're going to slip stitch into there, front loop only. Then we're going to slip stitch into the next front loop only, so not both loops, just the front loop. Slip stitch into there and repeat. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We do a single crochet in the second chain from our hook, so a single crochet, then a half double crochet in the next chain, then a double crochet in the last chain. Okay, and we skip the front loop we worked into here, find the next fresh double crochet and slip stitch into the front loop only of that double crochet, and then slip stitch into the next stitch front loop only and repeat, so chain 4. So do that all the way around until you've got 5 points to your star, obviously, and I shall do that and then come back. So single crochet in the second chain from your hook, then a half double crochet, then a double crochet, then we slip stitch in the next fresh double crochet but front loop only, and we slip stitch in the next front loop, the next double crochet, and repeat, chain 4. Then once you finish your last point, star point, we have 1 stitch left, and we're just going to slip stitch into the front loop of there. Then we want to find the first skipped back loop. So find your first star point and just fold it over, and just behind there will be your first skipped back stitch. So we just want to slip stitch into there. Okay, so that's the end of our star. So we can cut our white yarn. Okay, I'm not going to pull it through yet though, just leave it on your hook. Then we're going to choose our first colour. So the first colour starts at the bottom here. So in this case it's purple. So I'm going to get my purple yarn and I'm going to join it in that skipped back loop in a chain 1. So I'm just going to put that over my hook, bring it through, doing a little chain 1. Pull the white yarn tight and the purple. And then we're going to chain, how many are we going to chain? Chain 14. Okay, so chain 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so chain 14. And we're going to do 1 double crochet in the 4th chain from our hook. So we're going to yarn over. So double crochet in UK terms is a treble in the 4th chain. So we don't count the loop on a hook. There's our 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in number 4, we do a double crochet. I'm going to do a double crochet in the next chain as well. So next chain along, we do a double crochet as well. Okay, then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 3 chains. So a half double crochet in the next chain, half double crochet in the next chain, and a half double crochet in the next chain. So half double crochet in the next 3. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the last 6 chains. So a single crochet all the way back to the beginning, so it'll be in the next 6. So 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochet in the next stitch, 3 next chain stitch, 4, 5, and the last one, 6. Okay, then what we want to do is we want to find the next skipped back loop on the white star and figure out where that is. So it's going to be this one here. So find the next skipped back loop, which is going to be slightly to the left of your first star point, and slip stitch into there. Okay, so that's our first colour done. So we're actually going to cut our yarn and we're going to pull that through. And then we're just going to leave that. I'm going to just knot these all at the end. Okay, turn it back over, find your next colour. So my next colour is blue. And we're going to grab the blue. And we're going to join the blue in this end. So every time we add a colour, we start this end and work towards the star. But the very first one is in these chains. So you've got these 3 chains at the end, which are counting as a double crochet. So we're going to find, there's our first double crochet. So just to the right of that is your last chain. So putting your hook into that last chain as neatly as you can. We're going to join our next colour. So in this case it's blue. Sure, there's a rainbow technical colour of indigo, violet, whatever, but just blue. And we're going to secure that with a chain 1. Okay, just secure that nice and tight with a chain 1. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do yarn over and do a double crochet in the same chain. So go back into that same chain and do a double crochet. And then we're going to do a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So double crochet in the next stitch and a double crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to match what we did for the purple. We're going to do a half double crochet in the next 3. So next stitch, we do a half double crochet, pull through all 3, half double crochet in the next stitch, and a half double crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the last 6 stitches, so not including this little, it looks like a stitch here, but that's just our slip stitch. So 1 single crochet in the next 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we are going to skip, let's pull that back down. This is a little slip stitch. We're going to skip that slip stitch, find the next skipped back loop, which is going to be behind your next star point, just to the right. Next skipped back stitch and slip stitch into there. Okay, and then put that down, cut your yarn and pull it through. Okay. And then our next colour, and you repeat this for all the other colours. So our next colour is, on here is green, it's the one in the middle. So grab our green yarn. We do the exact same thing, but just at the beginning we're going to join it, instead of in chains, we're joining it in a proper double crochet stitch. So put your hook into there. Yarn over with the green, bring that through and secure it with a chain 1. So nice and tight. And then again we do a double crochet in the same stitch. Try and keep it a little bit loose at the end. And then 1 double crochet in the next 2 as well. And a double crochet in the next. So it's a double crochet in the first 3. Then a half double crochet in the next 3. It's just a half double crochet or half treble in UK terms. 2 and 3. And then we do 1 single crochet in the next 6 single crochet or double crochets in UK terms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just making sure to pull that blue end so you can see your stitches. 6, so 1 single crochet in the next 6, and you can carry your beginning tail yarn as you go if you want, so you don't have to tie them in at the end. I did that on my first star, but I've completely forgotten on this star, so I have fun tying in the ends at the end. So we skip this slip stitch and find the next skipped back loop, which is just to the left of your next star point, and slip stitch into there, nice and tight, and then do the same thing again. We cut our yarn and pull it through, and we repeat it. We start the next colour in this double crochet here and repeat the same steps. So I shall repeat those same steps for the remaining 3 colours and then show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to join my, what's the next colour? Yellow, in the double crochet at the end. So put my hook into there, yarn over with the yellow and secure the chain 1 nice and tight, and do a double crochet in there as well. then 1 double crochet in the next 3, half double crochet in the next 3, and then 1 single crochet in the last 6. Skip the previous slip stitch and slip stitch into the skipped back loop, the next skip back loop on the white star. Okay, so do that for the remaining colours. I shall do that and then I shall come back. Okay, so just coming up to the last colour. So I've done 1 single crochet in the last 6. We're going to skip that slip stitch, orange one, and then find the next fresh skipped back loop and slip stitch into there to finish. And then again, cut our yarn and just pull that through. Okay, so there is our finished star. So what you want to do now is hide these tail ends. I'm going to have to sew these ones in. I did carry the red, as you can see there, so I don't have to tie it in, which is always a blessing, but I'm just going to find a similar colour to the tail end, thread it onto our yarn needle and just sew into a similar colour and then trim that down. Okay, and do that for all the remaining colours. And for these ends, a little quicker way is find the first 2 colours. So in this case, the orange and the red. We're just going to do a knot. So I've got the orange underneath to begin. Tie a nice knot, nice and tight. And then we want the red over the top. Just do a couple of knots and then just trim that down. Okay, so I'm going to do that for all the other threads as well, and that was absolutely fine. That's what I did on this star here, just knotted them. So because this might be sewn onto a bag or made into a plique and you're not going to see them anyway. So I will do that. I'll hide all my tail ends and then I'll show you my finished star. So the next colours to knot would be the green and the yellow. So green underneath. So the colour on the left goes underneath for the first knot. And then the colour on the left then becomes yellow, goes over the top. So green always underneath, so and then that creates a nice tight knot. Okay, and then trim that down, that shouldn't come undone. Show you one more time. Got the last 2 colours. So we've got purple on the left, blue on the right, so purple underneath. So the colour on the left underneath for the first knot. Then you're holding the blue this time and that goes over the top. So purple always stays underneath. For the second knot, that creates a nice knot that doesn't like to come undone as easily. Trim that down. Then we've got the beginning purple and we can finish that with the white to tie those together. And then this is just the middle colour. Just trim that down. And then all I need to do is sew these colours in. Okay, so I shall do that, then I shall come back. Okay, and there we go. So I've just sewn in my tail end, so it's nice and quick. And then you may want to block your star. Just to block a star, you can just make it a little bit damp with the spray water and then maybe put a book on it or something heavy. And that should flatten it down, but I find it kind of stays, once you flatten it down like this, it stays open. And there we go, that's our second rainbow shooting star. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Hope you managed to follow along and make some cute little rainbow shooting stars. You can make them in yellow as well if you prefer, it's entirely up to you. So, and I want to say a huge thank you to all my Member Plus members on the website for helping make these tutorials happen. So a huge thank you to you. And do check out my HappyBerry Plus Member Plus area on my website because there's lots of exclusive content over there. I've got crochet alongs, podcasts, we've got behind the scenes footage, so which is very embarrassing for me, but hopefully enjoyable for you. But I will see you soon for some more crochet crafting fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.